Alright, today we're going to react to a video of Tulsi Gabbard exposes U.S. global biolab program. So I'm assuming this is talking about COVID. I don't even know, like, can you even say that on YouTube anymore? I know it was like a very frowned on type of thing, but let's see what she's talking about because she was working for the government, so.
Today I'm releasing new evidence of long-standing U.S. government funding of more than 120 biolabs in over 30 countries. Now, these biolabs include labs in places like Ukraine, which could be at risk of compromise due to the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. In fact, the intelligence community had previously warned that a U.S.-funded biolab in Ukraine likely housed dangerous pathogens and remained vulnerable to long-standing threats of Russian attack, seizure, or damage. Now, until now, evidence regarding the full existence and funding of these laboratories had been knowingly withheld from you, the American people. Many of these U.S. government-funded biolabs are currently or have previously engaged in research using hazardous and highly contagious pathogens, and in some cases included dangerous gain-of-function research, with very little visibility or oversight. Now, President Trump clearly understands the serious threat dangerous gain-of-function research poses to the American people. And this is why he took decisive action over a year ago. On May 25th, 2025, he signed an executive order to end federal funding of gain-of-function research around the world. Here at ODNI, I issued new guidance to the intelligence community directing increased collection on these laboratories and facilities overseas. And we're already seeing the results of this increased collection. We're learning new details, for example, on clinical trials that are underway at these facilities and that are raising significant ethical, financial, and security concerns regarding the supposed public health initiatives and U.S. national security. Now, despite the obvious potential for catastrophic global impact that research on dangerous pathogens in biolabs can have, politicians and so-called health professionals like Dr. Fauci, as well as entities within the Biden administration's national security team, lied repeatedly to the American people about the existence of U.S.-funded and supported biolabs. Not only did they lie, they threatened those who attempted to expose the truth. So this release today breaks new ground, as the information surrounding the existence, history, locations, and funding of these U.S.-funded biolabs has been intentionally covered up by very powerful people who falsely claimed that these biolabs didn't exist. Now, they accuse anyone who says otherwise to be foreign assets and traitors to America. Now, ODNI will continue working closely with partners across the U.S. government to identify exactly where these labs are and what pathogens they contain, to end dangerous gain-of-function research that threatens the health and well-being of the American people and people around the world.
So pretty much the stuff about biolabs and COVID being invented is starting to come out true. Let me try to see. Let me see if I can get this to pop up. Okay. Oh shit. Alright, so yeah, I was curious about who all Biden pardoned, and I know he pardoned Fauci. Yeah, here it goes. Let me see if you guys can see that. Yeah. So he pardoned Anthony Fauci for any offenses against the United States, which sounds crazy right away. Like, what offenses did he commit that he has to be pardoned for? But for any offenses against the United States which he may have committed or taken part in during the period from January 1st, 2014 through the date of this pardon, arising from or in any manner related to his service as director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, as a member of the White House Coronavirus Task Force or the White House COVID-19 Response Team, or as chief medical advisor to the president. So I think that right there is pretty crazy. Like, he got pardoned so he wouldn't get in trouble for anything he did during COVID, which is lie under oath and all this other stuff. So, but I'm also curious of companies. Let me see if I can get this to show up. Um, damn it. Okay, so let's see what companies profited. Okay, so yeah, it looks like Johnson and Johnson went up 24% because of the vaccines, and look at Pfizer. Pfizer went up 124% from the vaccines. What did I say? Vaccines from the vaccines. So yeah, it just shows. I don't know. I think COVID was like one of the biggest scams. You would lose your job if you didn't take the vaccines. If you spoke about it on YouTube, I know a lot of people was getting blocked and demonetized, like Sneeko and some other people. And so it's just crazy that all of that happened. It put a lot of people in depression from being isolated. And I think that was like one of the biggest conspiracies that's happened in the past, I don't know, probably 10 or 15 years. But, I mean, Fauci pardoned the other people that were involved or pardoned. So, I mean, I guess Biden kind of covered his tracks on that. But that'll be it for today. Thanks.